All right, well, our Matt Norlander put together out his top 10 players of the Final Four. A bit surprising. He had Cooper Flagg over Broome. Matt placed a vote for National Player of the Year, voted Broome over Flagg in that one. This list right here, this belongs to our Kyle Boone. Kyle, like many, has Duke's Cooper Flagg in that top spot. We're going to break down these top 10 players. We have our crew out in San Antonio. Coach Avery Johnson, analyst Tim Doyle joining us now. So playing a little game. We're going to put on your little GM hats. Going to analyze some of this good stuff coming your way and draft a starting five. So Avery, we're going to start with you. Cooper Flagg might be the #1 draft pick in next year's NBA draft. That's what we're expecting. Looking at this Final Four, would he be your #1 pick in the Final Four starting five?
Jenny, Tim, absolutely. Cooper Flagg, this young man is special. He's the #1 pick in my draft. With all due respect to Broome, this young man can play at all 3 levels. You know, had a little bit of a subpar game coming into the Final Four. Didn't make great decisions, but again, the size, the scoring ability, and also a little bit underrated. He's an elite defensive player. Blocks from behind. He never really quits on plays. He can run the pick and roll as a ball handler. He can be a screener. He's a much better spot-up shooter. And if you try to switch these little small guys on him, he will make you pay the price. Cooper Flagg, #1.
Cooper Flagg, #1. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Tim, who you drafting at #2 and why is it Broome?
Broome is the obvious choice at #2. And it's nice, Jenny, because I have picks 2 and 3. So Coach gets generational talent. Congratulations. Now I get the next 2. And I think it's interesting how we're going to build these 2 teams. I'm looking at Broome. Wonder how healthy he is, because I thought, honestly, he was a bit banged up in rounds 1 and 2. He only averaged 11 points a game. He was sensational against Michigan State, and then he had the elbow issue, and then he's out there banging threes, grabbing one-handed rebounds. He is obviously their X factor, and if he's not healthy, well, simply they have no chance here in the Final Four. This shot is one that's going to go down in the record books. It's almost like a Kurt Gibson, LA Dodgers moment when he hit that shot. He was pumping his fist there. So Broome, easy #2.
You mentioned you have #2, you have #3. This is where things get a little interesting. Tim, sticking with you here. Who would you draft #3 overall out of these Final Four players?
Yeah, I'm looking at Walter Clayton Jr. Florida shouldn't even be playing in this game. You know it, Jenny. I know it. Coach knows it. The American people know it. They were down 9 with 3 minutes left. They shouldn't be playing. They're lucky to be out here.
It's all about winning the game.
They're practicing. They shouldn't even be out here. And the only reason they are, 4 for 4 from 3 down the stretch. Walter Clayton Jr. made some shots. As he was shooting it, Coach, I was thinking, no.
And I was thinking, yes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that one right there where he stepped all the way back, he just got in a crazy rhythm down the stretch. Started his career at Iona, which is wild to think about. But that is common for a lot of guards here that started at mid-majors and now at a big-time school. Give me picks 2 and 3. I like that combo even over Cooper Flagg.
Wow, all right. You mentioned Clayton there, averaging 22 points, a little bit more than that per game in the tournament. He has been, you know, the superhero when Florida needed him the most. And Avery at #4, you're going to head back to Duke with this one. You talk about a player who stepped up when he was needed the most. Walk us through your pick.
Jenny, I love Knueppel here at #4. This freshman, I think, is spectacular. He's really improved his draft position, by the way. You know, scored his 2nd straight 20-point game. He's just a great compliment to Cooper Flagg. He shoots the 3, but he's got the big body. You know, 6'7", 217 pounds. Look at him playing through contact. He's a smart player. You know, underneath, out of bounds, he's always in the right place at the right time. This young man has a bright future, and he's really helped himself. I have him as a top 10 pick right now in the NBA draft.
We're talking about successful freshmen coming up in our next segment later in the show. 2 in the top. Just impressive what these kids from Duke have been able to do. Tim, round out our top 5 once again. Sticking with the Blue Devils, who do you like for your 5th pick?
I have Tyrese Proctor. I mean, lights out. Banged down 13 threes the first 2 games. Got slowed in the 3rd game, and you were like, all right, is he going to make an adjustment? He did, because obviously when you make that many shots, Jenny, when you get into a locker room on the whiteboard and you're guarding this guy, you're just told not to leave him. So what is he doing? He's getting in the lane a little bit more. He's shooting more 2s. He's making more 2s. He's made some adjustments. I think here's another guy who's helped his draft stock immensely. I think a couple of guys who are still playing in this Final Four have. Walter Clayton Jr., I think he has added to it. But now this is when things get interesting. Now the picks get dicey, because how do you want to build your team? You want best talent? You want best athletes? You want shooting? This is where, Jenny, Coach and I are a little bit different.
So you're different with that pick, or you're different with the next pick? Well, I guess we're going to
probably my next pick.
Yeah,
Jenny.
let's talk about your next pick, Coach out there. So LJ Crier looking to make history as the first player to win a national championship with 2 different schools. He did it back in 2021 at Baylor. Why do you like him with your 6th pick? And Tim, why do you disagree with it?
Yeah, Jenny, I love LJ Crier here. He's on the best defensive team. My 6th pick here overall, LJ Crier, University of Houston. The guy that also won a championship with the Baylor Bears. Remember that? So he's trying to win his 2nd championship. Had ankle surgery back in September, but he's bounced back. He's fitting nicely into this Houston system. He's one of the reasons why Houston is number 1 in 3-point shooting. You know, he was 10 for 20 early in the NCAA tournament. Kind of cooled off a little bit, but again, you know, with Uzan in the backcourt, LJ Crier's really helped himself. He's got the experience, and I like him at this number 6 pick.
All right, Tim, and Coach, can you ask Tim what he thinks about Crier?
What do you think about my pick at number 6?
Yeah, I mean, a guy can shoot, and that is important. I mean, the biggest difference with Houston here is that they can make shots, Jenny, shoot 40% as a team from 3. So it's not like the grind you out, beat you 58-55 Houston team. So to combat this shooting, I'm going to be looking at some more size. Come on, Maluach. He's big, he's tall, he's athletic. We're not going to be able to play man-to-man, my squad, all right? Let's get us in a 2-3 zone. Let's show off that length with Broome and Maluach. But he understands his role. That's what makes this Duke team so tough, is everyone understands what they're supposed to do. Maluach's job, dunk the basketball, block shots, rebound. And something he does that does not show up on the stat sheets, Coach, is intimidates. Ooh. So many times you get in the lane, you look at the hoop and you go, oh no, he's there. I remember that feeling. I still have nightmares about that, Jenny, when I played, because you think you're there and then all of a sudden that guy meets you and you're like, oh, what has just happened? So I don't have the shooting, Coach, but I got the size to combat that.
7-2.
And I like that pick.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
He was the reason why. He was the reason why they beat Alabama, because Alabama, their all 3s are mainly layups. He diffused all of their layups. So great pick, Tim.
7'2", 7'6" wingspan, Maluach, the number 7 overall pick. Okay, at number 8 overall, Avery, this one's yours. You have a player that Kyle Bloom didn't even have him on his top 20 players. Who do you like?
I like Pettiford from Auburn. You know, the young man that comes off the bench. Remember when Devin Booker played for University of Kentucky? Everyone thought he should be starting, but this young man, he's instant offense. He's a lefty, but he can go both ways. He knocks down big shots. Look, knows how to play off the dribble. If you give him space at the 3-point line, he will make you pay. I think he has as great an upside as any freshman left in this tournament. Obviously, Cooper Flagg and Knueppel gets all of the credit, but this guy was a McDonald's All-American, and he decided to go to Auburn. But look at him playing through contact. I love his size. I love this step back, creating separation off the dribble.
How tall is he?
I think he's legit 6'2". Yeah, probably 6'2".
Okay.
Yep.
Just want to make sure, because
but he's a little light right now, 175 pounds.
He's got to get stronger.
Yeah, got to get stronger.
Jenny, he's got a bias for left-handed guys. That's why. If you're left-handed, you're a guard, Avery loves you.
Currently listed on the Tigers website at 6'1", 175. 6'1", 175. So that's the stats we got going on there. Give the freshmen some love. Okay, looking at you, Tim, for number 9. Where are you headed?
Yeah, I like Alex Condon. I think he's got an enormous upside. I think he's one of the best pro potential prospects in this Final Four. He could pass, he could dribble, he could shoot, he could spread the floor. So with him, Broome, and Maluach, I'm going to have no choice. I cannot play man-to-man against your smaller athletic team, but I love this guy as a stretch 4 at the next level. And the fact that he has such a high basketball IQ, coach, he can pass over double teams. He makes other guys better. He's athletic. You know, Florida's got an embarrassment of riches at that position. Thomas Hulk comes off the bench. I kind of considered him. But Condon's size and his upside are through the roof, and he's going to have to play a major role here if Florida's going to win a national championship.
Yeah, he's below his season averages during this tournament, so a little over 7 points, almost 6 rebounds, 1 block per game, but still a huge part of that team. Avery, finish this one off for us. Who's number 10? Who's your 10th overall pick?
Jenny, you know we're back here in my old stomping grounds of San Antonio, the Alamo Dome. When we won that championship in 1999, we had a guy named Mario Elie that was in the backcourt with me along with Sean Elliott. Elijah Martin reminds me of Mario Elie. He's my number 10 pick for Florida. You know, he's played in the Final Four with Florida Atlantic. He has the experience, the size, the physicality. His 18 points against UConn is the reason why Florida's still playing. He's got rebounds on the free throw and dunked it, loose balls. He's Mr. Duracell. He does it all. He's the glue. He's the utility Swiss knife. Everybody needs an Elijah Martin on their team the same way we needed Mario Elie. He's like a Robert Horry, James Posey. This guy's a special player, and he's a winner.
The same way we need you, Coach. What would we do without Avery Johnson and Tim Doyle, of course? You know, we have to add you in on this as well. You two are the absolute best. Have so much fun out there. You can catch all the action on CBS. It starts at 6 Eastern tomorrow. That's Saturday. Auburn and Florida going head-to-head. It'll be the best offense taking on the best defense in that second matchup of the night. As of right now, slated to start at 8:49 p.m. Eastern. CBS and streaming on Paramount+.